Welcome TechBrothersIT. In this video, we're going to learn how to create delta table in Microsoft Fabric from all files, CSV, JSON, and Parquet. I'm here not delta table. I would like to say create tables because I would like to have one table for each of the file. So that's what we are going to do. Now think about scenario right here. I'm in my Lakehouse and let me show you. Here's my workspace. Once I go to my workspace, I'm in on the Lakehouse folder here, and under that I have two Lakehouses. One is called TechBrothers Lakehouse, and if I go right there, I can see my tables and I can see the files. Under the files, I have staging folder, and in the staging folder, I have these 5 files. So think about that. I want to load all these 5 files into the tables. I want to create the delta tables, and one way I can go ahead and click from here and say new table, then go for next and next and next. But if I have 100 of files, it's going to take forever to work on those. So in my scenario, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a notebook here, and we will be writing some code. So first of all, here import some libraries which are important, and then here is the base path. Then define the staging folder path inside the Fabric warehouse. So if we know that under the files we have staging folder, and that's where the files are sitting. Now use Spark to list all files in the directory. So what we are going to do, we are going to say files underscore data frame or df spark.read format binary format files, and then load into the base path we have right here asterisk. So read all those lists and put it right here, and then file path is equal to row.path for row in file this data frame dot select path distinct collect. So what we are going to do, we are going to get the file paths from there. Now I can show you some of that, and that will be helpful to see exactly what is happening and what we have in this data frame. So I'm going to paste right here, and then I'm going to say display, and in the display we are going to say files underscore df. Okay. So what's going to happen now, we are going to read all the files and we are going to see those paths here. So here is our output, and you can see that this is the path, and you can see right here. So that tells you this is a file staging, and then we have customer.json, then other file is sitting there and all that. From this path we are going to use and get the name of the file and the extension and everything. So let me go right there, and in the next part of the code you can see they're looping through each file path. Once we have 4 file path in file paths, so right there, and then we are saying file name os.path base name and file path. So we are extracting the file name, and then we are extracting the extension. So file name dot split and dot and say -1 lower. So after the dot, wherever you see the dot after in this file name right here, see right there, so that's the extension on the right side. So we got the extension, and then we are going to go ahead and say base table. That's we are just considering the left part of that where we have the dot. So we are splitting it and taking the left side. That will be our table name right here. See the customer, and then we have customers, sample customers. So that's the part it is selecting. Now we have extracted the table name, and also then we have a table base table base. So that's just a table name without the extension. Then we are creating a table underscore name variable here and saying base table underscore file extension. So in this case, if you don't want the extension to be added to the table name, that's fine. But if you have a table with the same let's say we have files customer.csv and customer.json, in that case you're going to have issue if they are different files and they will be trying to load in the same place. So I'm going to go ahead and anyways I'm going to add the extension, but your choice. You have to study your files first and if they are available with the same name and different extensions. Now what we are going to do after that, we are going to use the read file based on the extension. So if file extension is equal to CSV, then data frame spark.read option, then say header true, and then CSV file and file path. So read the CSV file into the data frame df. If file extension is equal to JSON, then you're going to read this in data frame as a JSON file. Then if you have file extension is equal to Parquet, then what's going to happen, df equal to spark dot read parquet file path, and then you have else, then just printing out, maybe we have other text files or something different extension, we don't want to even work with them. So we are checking only for 3 extensions, but if you have more extensions you would like to add, you can always go ahead and add it here. And now add a file name column. So we are saying data frame df with column source file, so equal to input file name. So we are using this function to add the file name to our data frame df. So it will tell us from which file it is, the data is loaded. So save as a delta table, we say, this is just a printout. We're saying, hey, create table, delta table, table name, and then we send df write data frame. We are writing this data frame as a format delta mode override. So we are going to overwrite if there is a table existing, save as a table, and table name. And then if exception happen, we say error processing file name, and then provide the exception. So this will do it. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to just delete. We can actually run only this cell, we don't have to worry. So I'm going to go ahead and execute this cell, and then it should create those tables. And I'm going to go ahead and refresh, and here we should be start seeing some tables. So it is creating table customer JSON right now, and then we can refresh, and here we can see the first table is there. Now it's going to go ahead and create the next one and next one and next one. So creating customer parquet table, so good. And it's going to keep creating all those different tables depending upon the files we have. And you can see that the name is customers underscore CSV JSON, customer underscore parquet, customer underscore CSV. So in my case, as I have the same file names, it's a good idea to have an extension at the end, but in your case maybe you just have a unique file name, so you will be fine. So let's execute right here. And now if I go to the customer, I want to read the file here. So if I go right here and then say load data spark, and then it's going to create this cell for me, and it is reading from a customer CSV, and I can execute. It's going to show me the data from a customer underscore CSV delta table from the Lakehouse. So you can see right there, data is there. Okay, great. So this is how you will write your all the files which are sitting in under the files folder, and then create the delta tables out of this. I will go ahead and put this script in the description so you can use from there. I thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel, and I will see you guys